Hello everybody, this is Trina. I am getting started on another beautiful rainbow card for my mother to choose from. Um, this is kind of the idea. I wanted to use the Build-A-Plaid stamp set from Close to My Heart, as well as the Operation Smile. I don't remember what it's called. I think I have it right here. You Make Me Happy. I was going to say You Make Me Smile, but it's You Make Me Happy. Um, and those were my colors. Wow, this one's going fast. So I'm going to put a little bit of post-it tape on the like fold and right on the edge of the fold, and that just kind of keeps the ink from getting on the back of the page there. And then it also helps because of the overlap. It also helps keep it in one spot so it's not moving around. So I decided to go ahead and start with the purple. I think I could have done a lighter, just done it really light instead of darker, but it is what it is, and it definitely makes a rainbow, so that was kind of the main goal, right? So right now I'm using paper and to block out my colors, and you will see that I change that up. I do a couple of different things because I have to, get my hands off there to change the ink, the pads. I have a color pad for each, or a blending pad for each color. And then here I go with post-it notes. See how well this works. And it doesn't seem to like to stick to the ink, so I end up changing that as well. Yes, it does. It is interesting to watch how many times I change these papers. But yeah, you will see why, because some things like to stick, some things don't like to stick, and I like things to stick. So when I first started, I put that dot in the center. I went from corner to corner and I dotted the center so that I could make sure that we got the center of the card. And so I'm kind of making my point start there, because I know that's going to be behind the birdie that I want to use. So now I'm digging through my drawer to find these, and hopefully these have a stronger adhesive on them so they will work better. And I'm going in with I believe this is the nectarine, nope, this is lemon. And these actually stick, which is lovely. I love that these stick really well. So I think the colors are, let's see, I started with purple, which was Pansy. So Pansy, and then Candy Apple Red, and then Nectarine, and then Lemon, and then Willow, and then I think Bluebird is the blue that I use. Yes, Bluebird, and then, let's see, then I go back to the Pansy. So I picked 6 colors, and those are my 6 colors that I'm using right there. And then I'm just going to go ahead and do this all the way around. And no, they don't have to be, like, each piece doesn't have to be the same size. You can do them, I mean, if you wanted to. I don't know exactly how you get that to, figure, out as far as keeping them all the same size. I think you kind of have to measure them and mark them. Ooh, that one turned out a little dark. But I just did it in random different sizes, mostly because, I wanted to make sure I fit everything that I needed on there, and in order to do that, they had to be different sizes. So I do like how they turned out, as far as, how many of each color I got in there. I think I got 3 of each color, which is nice because then it just kind of makes the whole, it's not like, red heavy on one side, or, you know what I mean, a stronger color on one side. It's just kind of blended. It's, it's got an even balance of colors. So that's mostly what I was going for. In the Close to My Heart colors, they do have, like, I could have went for, like, raspberry for my red tone, and then I'm not sure what I would do for the nectarine. I think they have catalog. They have like I could have done thistle for the purple, which would have been, you know, how am I what am I trying to say? You could change up the hues, I guess, is what I'm saying, so that they're more not, you know, your basic colors. They are a bit different. So I decided to start back down on towards the bottom so that I could, you know, get these all the different colors up there and make sure that I had enough room for everything that I needed, because I needed to do a whole nother round of colors and I wanted to make sure that I had enough space on here to do that. So I also did, like I said, I changed up these pieces so many times because I didn't want to get like green in my yellow, and I didn't want to get red in my yellow or purple in my yellow, because that would be weird. And because once you re-wet the ink, it does move. So keep that in mind when you're doing this. It does work that way. So most of the card was this. This took up probably like 3/4 of the card. Just switching between the inks. I could have just had them open, but I didn't want to get confused and accidentally like put my yellow in the green or something ridiculous that, you know, I would be known to do. So I am, yeah, just working my way through here. So now I'm doing the blue, this bluebird. Oh my. It is, my husband and I got up early today. Lately we've been sleeping in until like 7, but he got me up at like 6:40, but the dog was chewing on her bone and tearing at her bone. It's not an actual bone, it's like a faux bone. But since like, I would say like 5, so I am tired. I'm a tired me. So if I yawn, please excuse me. It's just kind of, you know, human nature. So this is my last red. So I did a nice big red, and then we're going to do a purple, and then we'll be all done with the background. These post-it notes I got at my office supply store, and they have lines on them because, you know, my husband thought, oh, I should get some with lines on them. I think that would really help for his job, because he's now manager of his company, one of the managers, and so we got him a whole bunch of office stuff, and I don't even think he uses any of it other than one thing. I think maybe two things. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to get those from him. I did tell him I wanted a pack, so we got me a pack too. But if he's not gonna use his, you know, I might as well use mine, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stamp this image first. And this stamp set does not, You Make Me Happy Operation Smile stamp set does not have thin cuts that go with it. That would be amazing though. Close to my heart if you're listening. Thin cuts for the Operation Smile stamp set would be awesome. But the oval is what I want to cut around it, and you'll kind of see how I did that, or how I do that. So I am going to, oh, I was zoomed in, wasn't I? And I will show you guys what I'm talking about. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up, okay, so that's what I was hoping. I'm going to line it up on the very edge of the plastic piece and kind of see where it's going to cut. And I think I did too far in on this one, so I do another one, you know, off camera. But it's kind of the same idea. I just scooted it farther off of the thing. So I'll show you how this works. So it only cut through most of the image. So that's kind of what I was going for, only when I go to trim out the tail, I realize that it's cut into the tail. So what I needed to do was not quite go so far onto the cutting pad. I need to scoot the image or the die farther off of the cutting pad, and so I do that with the second one. So then this is the second one, and I go ahead and cut around it with my X-Acto knife. And there we go. See how that works? So then I don't cut off the tail and the leaf, which you definitely could if you wanted to. I mean, if you don't really care, but I didn't want to. I like his little tail. So now I'm going to do a little bit of coloring. Mostly I'm going to do a little bit of, I think I have, oh, what is that? It's not Bluebird, it's the next color up, Carolina. And I'm just very lightly going around the edges because I want it to stand out, but I don't want it to be like, you know, smack your face kind of stand out, because the background is already that. The background is very vibrant and bright, and so now I'm going to color, excuse me, now I'm going to color my little birdie here, and I wanted to do it in, you know, the coordinating lemon color. So I took my glitter pen, which you can see all that glitter on that ink well, and I just squish it on into the inkwell, which is what these stamp pads are made for, which I love, and they're magnetic. And so I'm just going in with the nectarine color for my shading for my yellow, and it works really well. I was really surprised at how well it blended in with the yellow. And there's kind of a close-up, so you can see it has a little bit of shading. And then I'm going to go ahead and add in my accent color. And for some reason I keep thinking of like yellow and blue, so that's what I go with. I get my Bluebird color out, and then I add it to the edges there. And of course my hand's right in the way, but I'm just picking up just a little bit of a lot of color, and I'm trying to keep it fairly dry, and just adding color to the tip of the wings and the end of the tail. And of course it's got lots of sparkle on it because I'm using my shimmer pen. This is the clear shimmer pen from Close to My Heart. We have like a collection of like 8 colors now, and we have a couple more coming, you know, once they are able to be shipped and all that kind of stuff because of the whole COVID stuff. So and then I'm going to go ahead and use the willow, which is also found in the rainbow that I created, and I'm going to color the leaves. And then I'm going to go in a second time and just add a little bit more color towards the centers and the base of the leaf to add in some color. And yes, I did end up throwing my what is it called? Paintbrush. Yes, I did. I don't know how I did or why I did, but it just flew. So there she is. Then it's cute. Okay, so that's kind of my basic idea. I kind of wish I had a larger oval. I don't have an oval that's larger than that. I could have cut one on my silhouette, but honestly, creating time is like hard to come by. I have a very limited amount of time, and so I didn't really want to pull out, you know, have to clean off my desk to get to my silhouette. And I did decide to do this kind of sideways because I kind of want a sentiment up there on the left-hand side. So, yeah, that kind of surprised me. I'm usually one of those people that just like wants it set straight in the center, which looked really good straight in the center actually. But I decided to put it to the side a little bit, and then I'm trying to figure out exactly what I want to do with it. And then I was like, wait a minute, I didn't even use the stitched or the Build a Plaid stamp set. And I was like, well, that's okay. I could if I wanted to, but I don't have to. So now I'm going to go ahead and use the Thinking of You sentiment from the You Make Me Happy stamp set. And this die itself is from, oh my goodness, Becky Higgins. and I just cut it out. You can definitely just, you know, cut out your sentiment if you want. I just thought this was the easiest way to go. I don't have a whole bunch of these. This is pretty much what I have other than tags. So, but yeah, it fit. I like it. And then I was like, well, it needs something to pop it up. So I decided, you know what, maybe I'll just add black. So I went and got a scrap of black, and I'm just adding this on there with a little tiny black border just so it pops out a little bit. And then I trim that out with the rest of it out with my scissors. Try to keep it all the same like thickness. And I'm usually really horrible at that, but I did pretty decent this time. I had a little bit of trimming, but not bad at all, which was kind of exciting. Because like I said, I'm usually not good at that at all. Really, I'm not. So I had a couple of chunks of adhesive that was going on, and I'm not sure what was going on, but so yeah, it definitely makes it stand out. I kind of wish I had like done a panel and trimmed it down, and then done like a black border around it, and I think that would have looked pretty awesome. I think it would have, I don't know, added, I don't know, just. So now I'm trying to get this straight, and with the rainbow it just kind of throws it off, so I never get it. I don't know if I actually ever get it straight, but it's close enough. And then I get all excited about the bling, so I add me some rainbow or iridescent sequins, and I just kind of, one of the things I like to do is just kind of sprinkle it on my project and see where they land, and then take off whatever I don't want. And then so I don't know, I love how it works, and I love how it just puts it on there, and then you can kind of see what you do and don't like as you go. And so that was kind of what I was doing. And I'm not sure what I'm doing now, just sitting here chilling. And then I'm just kind of moving stuff around here, kind of figuring out where I want things to be. And I like that. I kind of like that layout. I can change out the size of my sequins for smaller ones if I want. And then I go ahead and use my liquid glass to adhere them. I think that one should have been up on that. I really liked it when it was on it. And it brought it all in so that it wasn't just kind of sitting there. I do actually use my black and white dots, which I don't use the white ones, but I do use the black ones, but they are called black and white dots, just so you guys know. From Close to My Heart. All of this stuff is from Close to My Heart, except I don't know if the black was. It might have been, because I had a little black piece. And there it is. I hope you guys enjoyed this card, and if you did, give me a thumbs up. I hope you guys are all staying safe and have a wonderful day. As wonderful as it can be, right? All right. Well, thank you guys for watching, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.